Hello friends, welcome back to my channel study guide. Today we will do some of the immunology multiple choice questions. Let's start with the immunology MCQs. First question here is the pattern recognition receptors that are PRRs includes. Your options are here LPS, PAMs, lipotecoic acid or the lectin-like molecules. You can answer these in your comment box also. Yes, the answer is option D. Okay, because many pattern recognition receptors are the lectin-like in that they recognize the exposed microbial sugars. Okay, here this LPS is given, but this is present on the surface of a gram-negative bacteria. This is which stands for the pathogen associated molecular patterns, and that this is lipotecoic acid which is present on the surface of the gram positive bacteria. So the answer is our option D. Okay, let's move toward the second question. Here the second question is, which of the following does not protect body surface? Okay, please note this is not here. Okay, your options are skin, mucus, gastric acid or salivary amylase. What do you think? The correct answer is the option D, because this salivary amylase is an enzyme that splits the starch, okay, and is of the importance for the digestion but not for the protection. So our answer is option D. Whereas the skin, mucus and gastric acids all helps in protecting the body from the microbes or other agents also. Let's move toward the third MCQ. The third MCQ here is the mononuclear phagocyte system does not include. Here this is also does not include. So be careful with these type of MCQs. Here options are the monocytes, Kupffer cells, endothelial cells, and the lymph node medullary macrophages. What do you think? What could be the answer? Please write in the comment box. The correct answer is here the endothelial cells. Okay, because these endothelial cells are not essentially phagocytic, although they contribute by the production of the mediators of the inflammatory process, particularly in the acute inflammation, and were previously lumped together with the mononuclear phagocyte system in what was known as the reticuloendothelial system, that is RES system. So our answer is this option C, that is endothelial cells. Now moving toward the next MCQ, or the fourth one is a polymorphonuclear neutrophil, that is PMN. What is it? Option A is a bone marrow stem cells. Option B is closely similar to a mast cells. Option C contains the microbicidal cytoplasmic granules, or option D is not a professional phagocytes cells. Okay, here the correct answer is basically the option C. Okay, our correct answer is the option C, that is it contains the microbicidal cytoplasmic granules, because these granules contain a wide spectrum of the microbicidal agents. So the PMNs are contains the microbicidal cytoplasmic granules. Let's move toward the MCQ, fifth MCQ. In the fifth question we have, which of the following is not produced following activation of the NADPH oxidase microbicidal pathway? It's the oxygen radical, is the oxygen molecule, or the hydrogen peroxide H2O2, or the nitrogen oxide NO. A, B, C, D. What do you think? You can write your answer in the comment box also. The correct answer is option D. This is the correct answer. NO is produced following the induction of the nitric oxide synthase. So, and this is different from the others. So, our correct answer for the fifth question is the option D. Next, moving toward the sixth question. Here, the neutrophil defensins are, what are the, basically asking the what are the these neutrophil defensins are they the glycolipids or oxygen, they are oxygen dependent, or they are any type of enzymes, or they are peptide antibiotics? Basically the answer is these are the peptide antibiotics. Option D is the correct, because the defensins are peptide antibiotics present in the granules in extremely high concentration. They could not be a glycolipids, or they cannot be a oxygen dependent, or they are not any enzymes. So our answer is the option D. Let's moving toward the seventh MCQ. In the seventh MCQ, you should have a knowledge of the toll-like receptors. Here the question is that the toll-like receptors, that is TLR9 pattern recognition receptor, recognizes what this TLR9 recognizes. Is it a CpG motif or a gram-positive peptidoglycan? Option C, mycobacterial lipoarabinomannan, and option D is the double-stranded RNA. What do you think? What could be answer? If you have a knowledge about the toll-like receptors, you can get it very easily. The correct answer is option A, that is CpG motifs. Because the toll-like receptors 9 recognition of these microbial dinucleotide sequence lead to the activation of the NF-kappa B transcription factor. Next question, moving toward the next question. Question 8. Here is the complement component C3 is cleaved by, here the C3 is cleaved by option A C3b, C3bb, and the factor B or the factor D. What could be answer? This is cleaved by this. The option B is the correct. This is the C3 convertase. This is the C3 convertase enzyme that is generated in the alternative complement pathway and is responsible for splitting the small peptide C3A, leaving the C3B as a residue. Let's move toward the next question, that is question 9. This is the membrane attack complex, that is MAC, consists of OH, colicins, C3b, 3b, BB, or C5b, 6, 7, 8, and 9. What could be your answer? The correct answer here is the option D. This terminal component form a complex which insert into the membrane to form a transmembrane ion channels, and this can lead to the lysis of a cell. So basically this C5b, then the C6, C7, C8, and the complex of the C9 all join together to form this membrane attack complex. This option D is the correct answer. Let's move toward the 10th question, that is C3b. What is it? Is it a chemotactic agent, or is an anaphylotoxin, or opsonized bacteria, or directly injures bacteria? What could be our answer? You can also write your answer in the comment box. The correct answer here is the option C, that C3b is the opsonizing agent. Here the bacteria coated with the C3b adhere to the C3b receptors on the professional phagocytic cells. So these C3b acts as a opsonizing agent. So for today's, these are the 10 questions we have discussed in this session. For the another questions we will discuss in the next video. Please subscribe this channel for the more videos. Thank you so much.